Welcome to the third edition of the AD4 TV Radio Inter-Secondary School Debate, holding in Abuja, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory. The event is in collaboration with the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism and sponsored by the MacArthur Foundation.
AD4 TV Radio.
And who are the sponsors? And who? We take this event very, very seriously, and we want you all to participate and contribute your quota, your idea, to the debate in whatever form you think you can. You don't have to be a participant to win. We are all participants and we are all winners. Nobody is a loser.
A convergence of students from different public secondary schools across the nooks and crannies of Abuja. Teachers, education stakeholders and lovers from the various ministries, departments and agencies are all here, laying a foundation for what they consider a brighter and better future for Nigeria.
My name is Clifford Chemi, one of the judges.
The management of AD4 TV Radio, organizers of the event, headed by the chairman, Dr. Jacob Alada, throw more light on the significance of the event.
All we are doing is for your own future and the future of Nigeria, right? We have gone through this stage like you did, but unfortunately things have changed in the country. Nigeria is not what it used to be. Instead of things changing for the better, they are changing negatively. So we need, to inculcate anew, some values that would help you as leaders of tomorrow to build a vibrant and decent Nigeria. We need to rid the country of corruption, and we need to rid the country of bad eggs. Nigeria was in the past seen and respected as a great nation. So I expect that you will help us to help you to become decent Nigerians with a spirit of nationalism, and we secure your future. We are also securing the future of your children. When you have values, you transfer them to equip them to your children.
And then to the debate proper, where the students give their points and positions on the center of discussion, which is tackling corruption on all fronts and catching them young.
Corruption, as we all know, is a dishonest and illegal behavior which is common among all of us individuals. As an elder, which I am, when I see my siblings doing what is wrong, I will correct them and show them love. As a role model, which I am, I will need to act as an example to my siblings.
To fight this corruption, we need to inculcate moral values in our children. We need to inculcate that anti-corruption. We need to put it in our skin to teach the students to bring up a pure generation that is clear and free from corruption today.
Yes, we are here to debate on a topic which says the government are responsible for corruption. Points of correction: the government are also actors of corruption. Does not mean they are responsible. Yes, they partake in corruption, but then you go to the hospital, you see a doctor accepting bribe. If you are not rich, they will take you in anyhow or treat you anyhow. Is the doctor a politician? No. He's a citizen. You go to schools where we see teachers and favoring students. Is that student a governor's daughter? No! A citizen like you and me. We go to the marketplaces. Have you ever seen a governor going to market or a president going to the market? No! It's ordinary citizens like you and me that go to markets every day, and then they will cheat me and tell me a bag of rice is more than 50,000. When I know it's 100,000 naira, what are you talking about?
Only government officials are responsible for corruption. Obviously, no. Let's take for instance now in the market. A bag of rice, we are aware that a bag of rice is being sold for 100,000 naira in the market. No other places it is being sold for 40,000 naira. So how come you're telling me that a bag of rice is sold for 100,000 naira while it's being sold? That is exploitation. You are exploiting from me. You are cheating me, and that is corruption. Let's take for instance that if I know that works in a private organization that embezzles money, what example is he laying for his children? Obviously, it's corruption. That is corruption. You are obviously laying the ground of corruption for your child.
All of us here are students. Half of us here, when they say, okay, this, we are paying 200 naira for this amount, we go back and make our parents home and tell our parents that, okay, this money that they ask us to pay is 500 naira. And I start to state that Nigeria are very good and Nigerian law are effective enough to fight corruption in Nigeria. Thank you.
From one person to another.
Great act. It isn't done by mistake. It is an intentional act. Underdevelopment comes through corruption by...
Nothing much to say, but I'd like to let you guys to know that corruption is an antisocial attitude avoiding improper privileges, contrary to the legal and moral norms of the society. I want we as students, we as youth, imbibe good qualities in us.
Government are making us lack infrastructure, has make a lot of students have limited access to education. Why will the university or all the school fees of the students be increased? They call it government school, yes, looking like a private school.
We can say that corruption is the use of available resources for personal gains or for selfish interest. Yes, corruption is used for selfish interest. If you do not have the mindset, to indulge yourself in examination malpractices and other criminal activities, you will not be the standard of living and standard of education will not decrease. But if we stand firm and also conquer corruption, corruption will be killed and we will not be seeing it again.
Corruption is therefore defined as the dishonest or illegal behavior or the abuse of entrusted power or position, typically involving bribery, embezzlement, nepotism, human trafficking, child abuse, and so on. Parental care. When a child is corrupt, a parent can enlighten his or her child on the harmfulness effects of corruption. By advising your child on this, he or she can stop corruption.
Corruption can be eliminated through transparency from the public sector, from individuals and all of us here around.
The central message, not lost in all the arguments.
Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí ètò Lives and Works lórí ẹ̀rọ rédíò AD for TV rédíò bí a ó ṣe máa fojú lámẹ̀yìntàn wo àwọn ìwà ìbàjẹ́ lórí ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ní gbogbo ẹ̀ka ètò ẹ̀kọ́ ní àwọn ilé ìwé ìjọba tó wà nílùú Àbújá tí ń ṣe olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti ipa irúfẹ́ ìwà ìbàjẹ́ náà máa ń kó lórí àwọn ọ̀dọ́mọdébìnrin ọ̀dọ́mọdékùnrin àwọn àkàndá ènìyàn àwọn obìnrin àti ọ̀dọ́ lápapọ̀. Bákan náà lórí ètò yìí a ó tún máa ṣàgbéyẹ̀wò nípa àwọn ètò ìlànà ìjọba tó ṣe pàtàkì àti ipa tí wọ́n ń kó lórí àwọn olùgbé ìlú Àbújá. Ẹ fojú sọ́nà bí a ó ṣe máa jẹ̀gbádùn ètò alárinrin yìí lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀. Ilé-iṣẹ́ AD for TV rédíò pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ ẹ̀ka ilé-iṣẹ́ Wọlé Ṣóyínká lórí ètò ìròyìn ìwádìí ló ṣe atọ́kùn ètò yìí pẹ̀lú ìrànlọ́wọ́ àjọ MacArthur Foundation.
Corruption reduces the standard of education. Yes, corruption can reduce the standard of education. Majority now students are not reading because they have the chance that their mindset is that they are going to have trouble. We normally call it choco, but it's examination malpractice. Your parents will give you money. Like now, there's one teacher I say that there are almost like 800 students in their school. But when it's time for WAEC, they will reduce to 70 in their class because they go to miracle center for choco, for examination malpractice.
To teach your child on how to be honest, on how to be hardworking, on how to have good morals, on how to not be despicable, not to do any wicked acts. And after that, the training then goes to the school. The teachers need to bring up their child in a way that will show the world that the child is really a good child and a wonderful child, and the child will grow up to be a great person in the nation. Thank you.
We can stop corruption from home
any illegal activity when you see it. Maybe when you're in school and you see somebody doing examination malpractice, you can report to the teachers. And when you're at home, when you see your sister or your siblings stealing meat from the pot or any kind of that kind of thing, you can report to your parents. And as a child, you can stop them from lying. When a child is lying, that can go to another extent.
Corruption is the form of dishonest behavior that have a big impact on everyone.
What can be defined as a misuse of power for personal gain. It's not only done by people in power, but also among us as individuals. So to stop corruption from our home, let's start with the following one. First of all, by self-discipline. See, if you are self-disciplined from home, if you have the parental training within you, it kills the corruption within you.
Or encourage the children, my simply, to engage them to read their books, buy them novels, textbooks, even if possible, newspapers, so they can engage themselves. And I will also observe the kind of friends they follow. I will also be a role model to them and also detach them from using internet to do their assignments, because it makes them not to be able to understand what is there.
Different opinions, different perspectives.
You have Android tools and can create a social media platform to reach out to others far and near. You can tell them, you can educate them on the meaning, causes, effects, and solution to corruption.
Capital punishment should be taken to stop corruption in Nigeria. Some people just go to school, they will go and sit down in the class, they are just known as bench warmers. They just go there to sit down, they are not listening to the teacher, but they just want to have the mindset that they went to school, not that they are there to put any good thing into the society.
Interactive, educative and enlightening is the conversation, keeping the keen interest of all the participants.
Where we can be studying about corruption, its effects, its consequences, and how to avoid corrupt acts. Together, we can stand. If we fight corruption, together, we can say no to corruption and yes to anti-corruption.
How corruption has not reduced the standard of education in Nigeria. It has not reduced the standard by examination malpractice has been happening for a long time. Yet, have we done anything? Nothing has been happening. We have been going on about it for a long time, but nobody has done anything. The government know about it, all the officials know about it, but yet nobody has done anything. That means that we have accepted it, that it is happening to us.
And I'm here to talk on the solutions to eradicate corruption. Firstly, we all define corruption as a scourge that has affected humanity for centuries. Corruption in all its forms has eroded trust, destroyed economies. Instead of trying to eradicate corruption, I propose an approach.
If I were to be a mother, which I will become in the future, I will instill good home training for my children. I will train them up, just like my opponents have said. She said I train up a child in the way of the Lord, so that when they are old, they will not depart from it.
Can we eliminate corruption in our country? Yes, we can eliminate corruption by enlightening our youth.
At the end of the day, stakeholders summed up the whole event thus.
Please mind the language, the word you use. Don't follow everybody. After you people graduate, after 5 years, all these friends you will not be friends again. Everybody would have gone his own way. So the way you go, the path you follow now, it is the determining point. Yeah. Please, let's see how we can model ourselves using this corruption stage as to help ourselves grow. Please, the family background values also matters a lot.
Ku kasance tare da mu yayin da muke tattaunawa kan yadda matsalolin cin hanci da rashawa ya dabaibaye ingancin ilimi a makarantun gwamnati da ke birnin tarayya Abuja da ma Najeriya a matakan ilimi daban-daban, tasirin ilimin ga 'ya'ya mata da maza da ma masu bukata ta musamman, mata da matasa ma ba a bar su a baya ba. Kasance da kafar AD4 TV Radio don ilmantuwa kan manufofin gwamnati, tsare-tsare da ma yadda matakan aiwatar da su ke tasiri ko akasin haka. Yin tankaɗe da riraya na daga cikin abubuwan da muke baiwa muhimmanci. Ku tabbatar kun kasance da tashar mu ta AD4 TV Radio a kowane mako don sauraron wannan shirin. Bisa ɗaukar nauyin AD4 TV Radio da cibiyar Wole Soyinka da ke tallafawa binciken injin da tallafawar gidauniyar Makata.
Corruption is a common thing, you understand? So you can say, if I forget about all those ones, you can come, like the topic we are dealing with is a simple one, very, very simple. It has caused us underdevelopment. Is it true of us? If you are saying it's true, then you see your point, you say it orally, say it from your mind. Forget all those cramming ones. You can just look around or think about what corruption has done to us bad.
An examiner in WAEC and Lagos, I made some observations here. Please, I heard most of you saying you are here to oppose the motion that says motion does not talk. Because in WAEC, the way you speak is the way you write. And in WAEC, immediately we see that statement. Your mark has started reducing. Because I believe we have some SS3 students here.
Yes, ma'am. Writing WAEC, we have markers coordination. It is being reviewed every year. Are you getting it? Earlier before now, you were taught to be using that word, firstly, secondly, thirdly. This year is cancelled. Do you understand? It's not that we do not do reason. When I was taught, when I was in secondary school, that was how I was taught. Are you getting it? So now you have other linking verbs to link your paragraphs. In addition, again, more so, also, and so on and so forth.
In the larger society, there are law enforcement agencies. Police is number one. So when you see something like that, you can equally approach the police station. Or if the police station is far from you, if you see a policeman that is walking, maybe in the street, you can equally, approach me to say, I saw so and so thing. Then in institutions, I know for a fact that even schools have Saficom desk or box where you can, when you suspect anything, you can write, drop it in the box. The Saficom people will come, periodically to come and, pick all those things. Then there are policies too. Organizations have whistleblowing policies, and we have whistleblower acts too, that equally encourages you, to make open any or report any act of corruption whenever you see them. And that's why there's this common say that says when you see something, you say something.
I want to speak on the emphasized issue concerning the use of tenses among students. It is obvious that we are not so conscious of what we see when we are on stage. We have 12 tenses in English language. 12 tenses. But the basic are what? How many do we have basic tenses? We have present tense, we have past tense, and we have future tense, right? Each tenses produces another 3. Each tenses produces another 3. That is subtenses. Each present tense produces another tenses. That's when we have what? We have present continuous tense, we have perfect tense, we have past, you understand? You do get it down. So you should know which context you are talking on.
And then time for prizes to the winners of the debate.
I present this blog to you as the second runner-up of this debate, inter-secondary school debate, sponsored by Makato Foundation and Malaysia Center for Investigation and Analysis. I say congratulations to you and more grace to your elbow. Thank you. As contained in this pack is a shield for coming second in the FCT inter-secondary school debate, sponsored by Malaysia Center for Investigation and Analysis and Makato Foundation. I give you this, I present to you this on behalf of ABC Radio.
This is the moment we have been waiting for.
So all of us are winners, nobody is a loser. But the first prize, which is this copy, goes to Government Day Secondary School, Bagbalada, on behalf of ekiti Radio, I present to you this trophy for winning, the third edition of the Macato and the Center for Investigative Journalism, sponsor toward intersectional school debate in the FCT.
Not just that, certificates and commendations were also presented to all participants.
Titles, patience, Tova Informa. Yeah. Gloria Dowie, good. Congratulations, give her. Balance.
The joy and experiences acquired here are sure going to be memorable for these young ones who have AD4 TV Radio, Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism, and the MacArthur Foundation to thank.
The event was really impactful because when I came to this place, I learned that corruption is not only among those in power, even within us, even our homes, our church and school, corruption is existing everywhere. Because before I used to think maybe just the government or people that are in position, that are in power, in place of authority, that are corrupted. But with what I've learned here, I learned that corruption is everywhere, both those in grassroots, even a beggar, everybody. Corruption can be anywhere, not just those in power. Because that's the main place, that's the main place people meet with each other. And we use it, like when I see someone that is doing something that is wrong, it should be more like an orientation to teach them possible ways to stop corruption. So they should be accountable for whatever they do. They should be transparent, like let their yes be yes and let their no be no. So that's just it. And
I learned that what corruption has done to our country is a lot of damages, but if we put hands together, we're going to fight that corruption. It's going to bring good and social amenities to this country, which will make this country more beneficial, not us going out to learn other countries to search for greener pastures.
Being here today was a great honor. The event was okay. We've enjoyed ourselves, we've learned a lot of things, and even there are some things that impact on us, the knowledge, and I think with this thing that I've learned today here, I'll be able to, when I get back to my school, I'll be able to teach other students what I've learned and the knowledge that I've impacted.
Such debates, experts say, do not only expose children, but also groom them young to shun corruption at all fronts.